like to start by going through a little bit of the background of the research that we did. Our overarching objective was to establish a picture of the volunteering culture in the 3 colleges. And our method for doing this was an electronic questionnaire which we sent out to all staff in all 3 colleges. The questionnaire itself was very simple. It was only 6 questions because we wanted as many people as possible to fill it in. 3 relating to attitude and 3 relating to behaviours. And we piloted it as well to make sure our questions were okay and people understood them. In terms of the response rate, we had 86 people fill it in, which was okay. It wasn't brilliant, but I think there's enough there for us to get information. Sorry, could you go back? Yep. Sorry. Yeah, 86 people, about 30 from each college, and they were from a good range of different departments, so that worked out really well. Okay. So this was our first question. To what extent do you feel volunteering is important? And you can see from this graph that most people are very supportive and enthusiastic about volunteering. There was only a couple of people in College C there that didn't think it was very important. Okay, Joe. Okay, these were some of the positive attitudes that came out of the research. I think these have already been talked about today. Stuff like employability, experience of working in the real world, personal development, so that's kind of like confidence, that kind of thing. Citizenship and improves English, that came up quite a bit. I think there must have been a lot of lecturers which teach students with English as a second language, but that did come up quite a bit, so I've included that there. And this is just an example, just give you a wee second to read this, of a quote that I thought summed up quite nicely what people were saying. Okay, and of course there was some negative attitudes. These were kind of minority attitudes, but these came out too. And these were what Roy mentioned in his presentation before, so I won't go through them again, but I will mention that last one, extra work for busy staff, that came up loads. Just people saying, I've got enough on my plate, this is just going to be an extra burden for me. Okay, and again, there's just a wee quote, which I thought kind of summed up a lot of the negative stuff that people were saying. So I won't read out. Okay. Moving on to how the respondents perceived their actual college. To what extent do you feel the college views volunteering as important? So here it's a wee bit more of a mixed bag. You can see in College B, all the respondents thought that their college was supportive. College C, the majority. College A, it was kind of about half and half. Okay, so, and again, here's just a couple of quotes. That second quote is absolutely glowing, so that's good to know. In College B, I think that one came from.
That was mine.
And here are some of there was far more negativity for this question. Here are some of the more negative comments that people were coming out with. There's no policies in place, there's no motivation, there's no support, there's no opportunities. This kind of thing came up quite a bit. Okay, and then finally we asked respondents if the promotion of volunteering was included in their department's strategic plan. So this was just to get, to gauge how their individual departments, their attitude to volunteering. So here you can see College A, there was one person that said it was included in their strategic plan. College B and C, about half and half, so there's still work to be done there. Now moving on to behaviours, we asked respondents, are your students supported in volunteering through your department? So again, we can see from this, College B, brilliant, most of them said yes. College C, about half and half, and College A, a small majority, said no for that question. Okay, and then we also asked respondents what kind of mechanisms are already in place to support volunteering, and there were 6 mechanism types that came out of the research. So we've got workshops, so that's internal with support staff, and external, kind of like the volunteering centres. And Enable Scotland apparently do workshops as well in one of the colleges. Written information, just having flyers around the college and reception areas and places like that. Encouragement from teaching staff. So this is just teaching staff mentioning volunteering to their students. That's all that is, but apparently it does help. So even at interview level, just saying if you thought about going out and doing some volunteering. embedding in the curriculum, obviously that's quite a good way of getting people to volunteer, and there's some courses that actually have volunteering within the units of those courses. Practical help, that's stuff like releasing students from class, I presume they just mean occasionally for that, and Disclosure Scotland checks, that kind of thing, helping them with the admin and the costs. And finally, there's actually quite a few schemes that are on the go. For example, one college has an annual volunteer award, and there's some other ones there. I don't know anything about them, but they were mentioned as well in the research. Okay, Joe? And finally, we asked respondents what types of volunteering their students were actually being supported into. So most people didn't actually say specifically what they were doing, but I've managed to pick out four kind of categories. So you've got your big national charities like Cancer Research, for example, hair and beauty students helping out at a fashion show. And then on your top right there, your more kind of local voluntary organisations. For example, some ICT students in one of the colleges are supporting a 50+ group with their newsletter and their website and all that kind of thing. College internal, kind of like fundraising events, peer support programme as well. There's that going on. And then finally, there's volunteering that's linked to the workplace, where maybe a student has been on a work placement, and they've stayed on as a volunteer to keep their hand in. So that's all those. My concluding points are that most of the respondents were very positive about volunteering and supportive and would love to get involved. There's perception in one college in particular that volunteering isn't supported. There are many mechanisms and many types of volunteering which already exist, but the main finding that we're taking out of this is that at the moment there's just pockets of activity, and there's not a culture of volunteering embedded across all departments, so there's still some work to be done. And that's it.